statement from Ohtani raises new questions about this case and what happens now.
Joining us now to give us his perspective is legal analyst Shapiro. Mr. Shapiro, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate your time. So one big question that was not addressed in the press conference today is how did Ohtani's former interpreter gain access to his account in the first place? Is it common for professional athletes to relinquish control of their finances like this?
So it is common for, let's say, actors, athletes, people in that status. They have a lot going on, and they will oftentimes trust their business managers or people to handle their affairs, we'll call it. But at the same time, whenever somebody wires money, which is what happened here, and I'm sure the viewers wire money, you get a call from the bank to verify, is this in fact what you want? Especially if we're talking about $4.5 million. So I think that is a question that really has remained unanswered. How was someone, even if they had access to the account, maybe tried sending a wire electronically, what about the verification process thereafter? The bank calls, further follow-up on that. Who handled all those calls? And if so, if Ohtani wasn't aware of what it was for, what did he think he was saying yes, wire that $4.5 million for? What was going on in his mind? I think people want answers to that question as well.
I absolutely think a lot of people, and we were watching the press conference, and Shohei Ohtani said theft and fraud investigators are now looking into this. So let's talk about the IRS. The official story, it's changed a bit. The news, when it broke, first we were told that Shohei directly wired that money and then called it a loan, but that again was walked back within 24 hours. And now the IRS is investigating. So could that be because there are tax limits on the amount you can gift someone, or what are the other IRS tax implications that could be investigated?
Most definitely. So if this was Ohtani paying off his interpreter's gambling debts, then that raises the issue of what's called a gift tax. Someone is only permitted to give up to about $18,000 a year. Beyond that, it gets taxed, and there are formulas for that depending on how much it is, how much the person makes. Also, what comes into play is how much they have given over the course of their lifetime. There's a maximum, as of 2024, one can only give up to a certain amount. It's quite a high amount, but again, when you're someone in Ohtani's shoes, he may have already exceeded that threshold, which after that, the taxes even become higher. So to summarize it, if in fact Ohtani was giving a gift covering his interpreter's gambling debts, $4 million, that would be subject to gift tax. The IRS would want to claw what it can out of it, and that's presumably why they're digging into this.
Wow, well, we know it's speculation. So what do you think happens next? And does Ohtani have any legal recourse for getting that money back?
Well, he does. The Ohtani's position is this was stolen from me, was not a gift. So therefore, we don't have a tax issue anymore if that's the case. And then he wants to claw it back from this person, Mr. Boyer, who apparently is under federal investigation. So I think the legal terminology for that is good luck to that. But be that as it may, the feds are on it. If the money is there, they can freeze the accounts. And if there is a conclusion to the investigation, money is given back and so forth, that could conceivably go back to Ohtani, which I think he will need it because, as we recall, most of his salary is deferred for 10 years.
Our legal analyst, and as always, we appreciate your input in helping us decipher all of this very complex situation. Thank you.
Always good to be here with you.
Absolutely. Well, again, stay with us. Stay with ABC 7 for continuing coverage as the investigation continues surrounding Shohei Ohtani and Ippei Mizuhara.